So I just woke up this morning and I was working on some stuff, and I decided that you might actually need this information that I'm about to share, because I highly believe that you are the chosen one, and this video is coming to your attention for a specific reason. So today I want us to speak a bit more on about how you can go about changing your life, because what I want to share here is something that I have practiced, in the past years. I think it was like 6-7 years ago, and then, truly speaking, things started unfolding. A year later, a few months later, things just started unfolding. So I want us to be able to speak a bit more on how that actually came to happen. But not only that, what are the steps that I took? What are the steps that you can take in order for you to start seeing changes, in order of you to not be in the same position? Because I know most people don't want to be in the position that they're in, but they're caught up in there. So I want to show you that you can actually get out. But the only way to get out would literally start with you having to just, if possibly, pause this video, go in the mirror, look at yourself and say, yes, I'm willing to take this in. I'm willing to actually implement what I'm about to hear. And that is the only way that things are going to happen for you. But if not, you are as good as you can literally skip this video, but I've got some points here because I was actually even going through certain things. I just had to remind myself certain things, and because I'm also now working on a remap, like a future type thing, I basically used the same steps and practicalities that I used years ago to now in fact evolve and become better. So I think the very first thing that most people, I noticed that most people are comfortable with the position that they're in, even though it's uncomfortable, because most of us eventually we are used to uncomfort. We are used to comfort. We're not used to uncomfortable situations or uncomfortable conversations or uncomfortable people. So what we do is that we try to brush away a bit more from the uncomfort, and then we become a bit more comfortable. Okay, that's a normal thing to know. It's a normal thing to actually come across. But I want you to do something right now. I want you to take a pen and a pad. It all starts with a pen and a pad. I want you to take a pen and a pad, and I want you to write down what your dream life looks like. That's the very simple thing. You just take a pen and a pad, you write down what does your dream life look like. Meaning that in the next, let's say for instance, let's have a deadline to it. In the next 3 years or 5 years, let's have a 3-year one. In the next 3 years, where do you see yourself living? Who are the types of people that you see close to you? What is the types of transports that you are using? What is the type of monthly income that you are getting? What assets do you have? How well educated are you? How many kids do you have? Write everything down, literally everything, in terms of how you see it in the future. You understand? You need to really connect with yourself, because what this does is that this will separate you having to look at what the other person is doing, but it will instead allow you to focus on what you can do, how you can grow. Because like I did say, most of the people we came here on earth because we all have different purposes. You understand? So I can't do the same thing that you are doing, and even you can be the best at whatever that you're doing, and I can be the best at it. I can't be the best version of you, meaning that if you're doing something good, I can't be better than you, because you are the best version of yourself, and you are the best that it can be. You understand? So even me, you can't be better than me. You can be better than me at certain things. Maybe you can write better, but you can't be better than me. It can never happen that you are better than me. And at the same time, me being better, it's also me being able to focus a bit more on my own life's journey, life's purpose, and decide what it is that I'm gonna eventually work towards, and what am I gonna improve each and every single day. So I need you to write down your dream outcome in the next 3 years. Where do you see yourself? Write all those things down specifically. So now when you're writing this down, I want you to write it down as if it had already happened. Not as future tense or I wish or there's no. It already happened. So instead of you just saying that, maybe I'm making $1 million a month, I wish to make $1 million, or I want to make $1 million. No. It'll always be a future goal if you have it that way. But if you write it in terms of I am already making $1 million a month, those types of things, that's how I want you to write this down. And then once you're done, the next thing is you completely forget about it, meaning that you take that pad that you wrote in, then you put it maybe somewhere where you won't really necessarily bump into it every day, or you won't necessarily, have to, reread and dot certain things and be like, oh, why did I write this? I think I was crazy when I wrote this. Or no, you write it down and then you completely forget about it. So one thing that will happen is that you will notice that subconsciously, as you're writing it down, the mind is going to start taking note of it, and subconsciously it's going to go down into the subconscious mind. And then eventually you will notice that the mind is going to start working towards that goal. I mean, I remember me at first when I actually started being involved in, let's say for instance, certain things. Like let's say for instance, I remember when I started even getting involved in, let me just say, meditation, something as simple as meditation. I knew about this years ago when I was still in primary, high school. I've heard people talk about meditation. But I had a different idea of it. I saw it as, you need to go, maybe say you need to physically go with people and sit there like yoga and like all these complicated things. And it came across me up until one day, when I was like 19 and stuff, I actually took the goal to, move forward in life. And I was like, you know what, I want to do whatever that it takes in order for me to become successful. And then somewhere out of nowhere, the meditation part started coming back again, but I kept on brushing it off. But because of now it was in the subconscious mind, and because of now I wrote it down that I have to be successful, almost every day, video came up, and whenever I would hear people talking, I would always hear, I'll start my day with the meditation, or before I sleep, I'd meditate, I'd meditate to come myself. Then I'd see that, okay, no man, this thing I was hearing it, and then out of nowhere I also heard another video talking about, you just go on YouTube, you type down guided meditation, and then boom, there you go. And I was like, oh, let me do this, and boom, I done that, and life changed after that. But what I mean is that I've heard about it all along. I've came across it. People told me about it, but I never wrote it down, so it never mattered. The moment I noted it down, I started seeing a few videos here talking about success and how you can become better. And then within like less than a week, I was already starting to meditate. And within a few months time frame, I was like, deep into it, let me put it that way. You write it and then you forget about it, and then the mind will start working towards it. So one thing that you'll notice is that it's okay to be at rock bottom. Most people are at the bottom, they're at rock bottom, but they're not too comfortable, or they're feeling like it's very much okay, because you have nothing to lose compared to if you actually get to the top, you've stacked up certain things, you've built yourself, and then now you have to lose certain things. That's a bit more painful. But when you have nothing to lose, that's the most better thing, because the only way forward is forward, and there's no demotivation. I mean, some people will be like, you know what, I'm demotivated, this person is demotivated, or these things are demotivating me. But already your situation is demotivating. You should even, in fact, be motivated by the fact that you will one day be out of that situation. If you start seeing it that way, that's how you will eventually get motivated. So ultimately, you'd understand that rock bottom is just a starting area. It's in fact the best starting area. A billionaire that's getting into a risk of someone that's about to risk everything if they put in their heart. I mean, if they put in their all, and this person's a billionaire and they put in their all and they risk everything, their risk is $1 billion. That's way more. You have nothing. You're on zero, and you have to put in. You have to risk. Your risk is nothing. The billionaire is gonna lose more than you. You have nothing to lose. He has a lot to lose. So you sometimes being at rock bottom is the best thing that you can do. And then also what you'll notice is that as soon as you now start, the mind is pulling you towards this. You're working towards it. You'll notice that certain things and people are going to start fading away. Meaning that, let's say for instance, if you enjoy going out every weekend, you go out with friends and stuff. Most weekends now you're not going to be going out a lot. Not even because of you are like, what, I have to stay home, I have to do it. No, because of the fact that now it's not in alignment with you, your goals, your values, your morals, you as a person. It's not enough. You'll notice that you going out is not going to help you with anything. You going out, in fact, it's going to distract you from what you have to do or what you have to accomplish. So you're going to start seeing things that way. You'll notice that when you're being invited, you'll be like, okay, no, let me lay low. I'd rather do this because there's something I'm actually working on. And you're going to be gaining more of your confidence from actually winning or succeeding. I mean, this morning I just woke up, I think around 2:45 or something like that. I pushed on certain things that I'm doing. These are things that I'm doing for maybe the next 2 months, 3 months. That's when I will see results, like 2 months or 3 months. But I was doing it today. And as soon as I saw myself cracking something, I felt good about myself. My confidence went high. I was even like, let me take a video and record a YouTube. That's how good I felt. You understand? So the more you progress, the more you do certain things, the more good you feel. And when you feel good, it automatically allows you to start gaining confidence in whatever that you do, because it means that you are you are succeeding, because you are becoming happier as you go. Even if you take a loss or a fail, you learned something. It's progress, it's journey. You saw yourself solving certain things. So ultimately, you'll notice that you are going to lose interest in certain things. You are eventually going to lose people, whether it's close friends, partners, or whatever that happens to be close by. You are going to, because when you do happen to become a better version of yourself, not that other people are not better and all that, but you now have to eventually, get to a different, frequency, or a different level. And on that different frequency, different level, automatically it means that you are going to be in alignment with people that are on that level, and people that are not on that level are going to have to, stay wherever they are. Meaning that it's okay. Let's say if you have people and you're growing with them, let's say it's easier when you have people that you're hustling and growing with. It's easier to still have that relationship for the next 10, 20 years. And so if they don't betray you, if they're actually dedicated as well towards their vision and goals, because you guys are in alignment with the frequency, the vision is in alignment and all those things. But if someone else, maybe they saw something by you, or they were just trying to eat from you, let's say a friend, they're seeing that you're going to succeed or you're succeeding, and they just want to take certain things from you, and you decide that, let's say you've been with them, you've been hanging out, and you're like, I'm going to level up, I'm going to do certain things. Automatically you're going to change your ways, you're going to change where you go, you're going to change how you talk, you're going to change certain things. And eventually, you'll notice that maybe even the friends are going to start treating you somehow different. And, and maybe they might even change up on you, meaning that, like, let's say when certain things start to show up, maybe now you're making a bit of money, they will come to you and say, man, can you please just, let's say for instance, give me this thing or borrow me this thing. And maybe you say no because you know what you're working towards, and they get angry at you and they say that you changed. But they are the ones that changed, because when you guys were at the rock bottom, they wouldn't come to you and tell you what they're telling you now. You understand? But now they're coming and they're telling you that. So it's them that change. It's not you. You're still the same, it's just that you're hustling now. You're more dedicated towards something, working towards something. So now the second thing that I want us to speak more on about is creating a vision board. So I know back in primary school, we even done vision boards. Most people, I don't know if you guys took it serious. I didn't take it serious. Even I think LO and stuff, never took it serious. But I started to, because I never really knew why, vision board, and like I never really had my life, what I wanted and stuff. But I remember when I first created my first vision board, when I was 19, and I just took pictures, so I just found like an available, what is it? I think it was my dad and them, you swiped with the card and there was like an available, thing, amount there, and I just took it. It was not too much, but like 10 keys and stuff. We took it, put it on the vision board, took certain things, I put it there, I put pictures of cars, I even remember I had a picture of an A45 and an M3 all together. I had a picture of a Viano, like different types of cars. I have pictures of like, house, I have pictures of, income, things that I own, businesses that I'm involved in, and all those things. And truly speaking, most of the things actually did make, in fact, how things came to happen, when they did come to happen, I was upset with the fact that, I didn't put a bigger vision board, or I didn't put bigger goals, because yes, they did happen, I had the, I want to, let's say, maybe see myself making 10 million. I was like, but when it happened, like now I was not even excited, because now I'm looking at a bigger number. But when I was then, it seemed like it couldn't happen. You understand? When I was told, it seemed like, what? It's close to impossible, this can't happen. But I was like, let me believe this. Let me just write it down and go for it. I have nothing to lose anyways. I'm at the bottom. It's not like I have anything it's not like people want to laugh at me. They're laughing at me already. You understand? So that's just how things were. And yeah, I started like, I created all those vision boards. I had an A2 paper. I even remember A2 paper, put all those things down. I even wrote things down next to it. And I supported that vision board with also affirmations, just writing down that, okay, I believe that, I'm going to succeed. I persist up until I succeed. I believe that, I'm one, whatever that I touch, it becomes gold, all those things. I wrote it down. And then I'll just put it down the wall. And then now and then, whenever, sometimes you forget about it, but I always come across it. I always see it now and then. I always, bump into it. But somehow it subconsciously became a part of me. I didn't even have to, look at it anymore, because I knew I could see it in the head. And then with this vision board, what it will do is that automatically, once you implement the vision board, you also implement, the affirmations, implement affirmations. You also look at yourself in the mirror, you do certain affirmations and all those things. Then you also implement the guided meditation, which is to just calm down your mind, be in alignment with your mind, connect to all those things. And what you do is that you're going to notice that you're going to stop chasing, but you're going to start attracting. That's the whole purpose of this. You won't chase, but you are going to attract. So even if it's a lady, you have a lady that you want to go for. If it's guys, you guys watching this. Or if it's a lady, you're a lady watching this, and you have a man that you want to attract, it's very easy. You can literally just have all those things down, you understand? So you put it down, and then once you have it down, now the mind automatically, you're going to continuously visualize towards it. You're going to every day when you sleep, when you wake up, when you think, during the day, whatever you do, you're always thinking about it, because there's nothing else that you can live for besides exactly that you've said that you want to accomplish or achieve. Okay? And then the next step would be, you need to show gratitude. You need to show appreciation. You need to appreciate what you have. Me, if I have, remember, this to someone might just be, oh no, it's just a book and stuff. But this small thing, I appreciate having it, because this thing can make me 100 million. This, with the pen as well, makes me 100 million. And this small thing, I couldn't buy it years ago. I couldn't buy this exact same notebook. It's costly, it's not expensive, but back then I couldn't buy this. I would buy those cheap ones that you get for 6 rands and stuff. On which that's still okay. I started there, but that's in terms of, you just have to appreciate whatever that comes to the table. When I was still stuck, back in the olden times, when things were, I would appreciate, I'd appreciate the fact that, at least, I've got somewhere stable that I'm saying, I've got shelter, as much as maybe I don't have enough to eat and stuff, but, it's not like, I'm dying of hunger. It's not like I'm waiting in long queues, for food and all those things, I appreciate even the fact that I have hustler's mentality, the fact that I don't have to stand in line in order to eat, but I can sell something. I remember even in the hood now, they even called me Gearbox, because one day they found me pushing in a wheelbarrow a gearbox, an old gearbox, and I was pushing it, and we pushed distances far, and I sold it for 70 rands. That's what sucks, 70 rands, and that thing was was worth a lot, but because I needed money, I sold it 70 rands. Till this day, when I get paid, some of them will call me Gearbox and stuff, but I appreciate it, because I know that it's just something that you use what you have. If I give you this water bottle, you might complain and say, no, it's not the brand that I want, it's not what, it's not what, and you tell me all these things, but to me now, this water, it's a lot of value, because how I see things is, if I'm on the desert and I'm stuck for days, and I get just this water, this is the only thing that I'm gonna need in order of me to live. So right now, basically, I'm living in a luxury. Luxury meaning that I get access to this every time. If I open the fridge, just by pressing the fridge, I can get a lot of water. In the fridge, a lot of water. I can buy a lot of water and all those things, you understand? So it's luxury, but you have to just appreciate the most smallest things. And then automatically, even God now is going to see that, okay, this person of mine appreciates the small thing that I gave them. So automatically it means that even if I give them bigger things, they won't lose their mind, or they won't, in fact, they will, they can handle whatever that I'm going to give to them. In fact, I want to give them, when you've given a baby a sweet, and you're like, I know, I don't want to give them, but you're like, let me give them a small piece of sweet, give them a small piece of sweet. And you see them happy and excited, they tell you they love you, and they're going up and down. Automatically, deep down in the heart, you're going to want to give them more. Even if that was the last sweet, you're going to want to buy more sweets moving forward. So you come with more sweets when you come back to see that baby, just because of the fact that, they appreciate it. So that's just how it works. Appreciate and show gratitude. The next point, which is the last one, is you need to work towards your goals. You need to work towards what you believe in, what you've written down. You can't just write down and then sit like this in a cell. Maybe you lock yourself in a cell and say, 3 years, I'm going to see myself in all these things. I don't want to go anywhere. I'm just going to sit like this. No. But you need to work towards. Because the best thing about your way to guarantee success is to actually put in the work. I mean, let's say, for instance, if I know that I want to, maybe become an accountant, and accountants, maybe the income, I saw them making 100K a month, whatever the case is, and I want to be an accountant. It's very simple, I know that I have to go do accounting school, get the accounting credentials, whatever is needed in order to be a successful accountant. I can even improve, evolve that. that's just what I have to do. Those are the things, the skills that I need to do. I have to go to maybe accounting seminars. I have to meet people that are doing accounting, ask them questions, speak with them. I have to meet people that have been doing accounting for years, ask them what the journey has been like. I need to daily do something that's gonna at least play those parts. If I'm not going to a seminar, I'm talking to someone that's accounting. I'm not talking to, I'm studying something that has to do about that. If I'm not studying, I'm watching podcasts that has to do about accounting. If I'm not, I'm watching interviews. I'm listening to people that are teaching about this. There's so many things that you can do. If you're a person that reads, you're reading books about accounting. If you're a person that listens, you listen to audio books, whatever the case is that you can. But you are working towards it every day, because this is the best way that you can guarantee success. There's 100% chance of success if you work towards it. It's almost like, there's a lot of things that you never knew that you could do. There's a lot of things that you didn't think that you could possibly do. But when you started training, when you started doing, you started seeing that you could. I remember I joined boxing just a few months ago. I didn't think that I could. In fact, I was scared of pain and stuff. But I was like, you know what, let me just practice what I preach, do something that I didn't think that I'd ever be able to do. I got in, I'd see people fight and be like, yo, those guys are deep. I don't think I can even throw a punch. Coach was showing me how to throw a jab first day. It was like a lot of, I was like, you have to twist it can't bend the legs, and it was so many things going on. But I think 2 months, 3 months down the line, I was even telling coach that I want to go pro. Put us in the ring with vultures and eagles. I want to fight, I want to do this. I want to do this. Almost now every weekend we started wanting to just spar, do all these things and stuff. You understand? So you start off first by not knowing, and then you show interest, and then you put in the work, and then you learn as you go. You develop, you see mistakes, you fix the mistakes, you discover certain things. You also learn things about yourself, that you are a person that persists. You understand? You learn those types of things. And mind you, I did say there's 100% chance of success when you work towards something that you already want, because if you don't work towards it, you are gonna feel, we know that you won't achieve it. Like if you want a million and you don't work towards a million, there's a chance that you won't get it, unless by luck. Luck would be maybe winning the lotto and all that, but it's not guaranteed. But if you work towards it, it is guaranteed. It is guaranteed if you work towards it. It might take some time, but it is guaranteed because you are working towards it. And one thing that I like is that you need to start small. The most important thing is to just become consistent and as well have momentum. As long as you're consistent and you have momentum, that is the best thing that you can do, because that's the only thing that you need in order to be successful. You don't even need to, put 10 hours, 15 hours a day on one specific thing. No, just have consistency. If you are doing that thing, if you are learning, like I did say, accounting, if you're learning accounting you are working, wherever you are studying, if you're studying even with no metric, it's okay. It doesn't mean that you'll never be an accountant. Get back where you, if you don't have a metric, get your metric results. Once you improve them, get them right, go to the next level. Enroll, whether it's a varsity college. Once you've got that right, enroll into a practice. Once you've got that right, work for a job for a few years. Once you've got that right, open your own practice. Once you've got that right, teach other people to do the same thing. Once you've got that right, now you've got maybe 15 practices that are running, that you've mentored these people, and you have shares in these companies, and sitting, and it took you 10 years, but making maybe 15 million, 20 million a month. Are you gonna complain and say it took me 10 years to make 20 million a month? You can't, But 10 years down the line, if you don't do anything, you are gonna be in the same position, and maybe you are still gonna complain. I don't know, but if you don't complain, you should not even be watching this video. And remember, the best thing that you can take is only you can be the best version of yourself. You can't try to do what someone else is doing. You can't try to be better than the other person. You can't try to, maybe for instance, I remember I had a mentality of I want to outwork everyone that's close by, but I noticed that it's not even about that, because now I started having people that are close by that were not even working much, and I basically saw that I can chill because of the fact that I'm outworking everyone, on which that was a wrong mentality. I started changing that and refixing that, and I was like, I don't want to outwork everyone, because if I outwork everyone and I've outworked everyone, means that I'm the smartest, I'm the clever, I'm in the room, which means that it's not where I want to be. I don't want to be in that position. I want to be the one that's below, so that I always have to evolve. So what I've done is that now I've been on a journey to outwork myself, in that every single day I need to be better than, I have to evolve. I need to be better than the day I was before in terms of a skill. So if I'm training, I have to involve, I have to learn something, even if it's 30 minutes, learn something. Business, I need to also involve, learn something. I need to, put certain things into practice. I need to do this, I need to become better with this and this, how I talk, I need to sit down, look at everything that I said about me, see what I can improve about me in order to move forward into helping me become the person that I have to be. Because only I know where I have to be in the next 2-3 years. Only I know where I will be, and I can even say it, I can even tell it, I know where I am, in fact, in the next 3 years. I can see it, it's clear, it's vivid, and all those things. It's different if I say it. Some people will be like, oh no, dreaming. Other people will be like, oh no, 1, 2, 3. Other people would even hope that I don't get there, and other people will be like, oh no. In fact, when you have mastered this, you'll notice that it will come to a point. I remember there was some people that even asked me, man, why don't you buy a new this, or why don't you buy this, or why don't you do this, or you made this, why don't you do this, oh, why don't you do this for this, why don't you? It's easy to plan with someone else's stuff. Like, it's easy for this guy, when he has 10 rands, for me to say, why don't we use your 10 rands to go buy bread? But me, when I don't have it, it's easier to do. But when I have it, I'll start to realize that, okay, no, man, there's certain things, there's responsibilities, and there's resources. So we use money in terms of resources. I know that 10 rands, yes, I might buy bread and we eat now, but in my head, I need 3 rands more in order to buy a machine that's gonna make us bread for the next years to come. Do you understand? So if I listen by you and I say, oh yeah, let me buy bread and make you happy and stuff, boom, I buy bread, we eat, we are full. We later on we are still getting hungry. Tomorrow we are hungry, looking at me in the eyes, I'm looking at you in the eyes, and then there's no way forward, and you are angry, we are angry. Even in fact, I'm also angry at you, saying that, I had a bigger plan for us, 1, 2, 3, and we are now fighting, then we fight, you understand? But if I don't listen by you, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna buy bread, in fact, we are gonna stuff today, then you are angry at me, it's okay, I'll take that loss. But tomorrow I come back with the bread machine. I'm like, I didn't buy bread because of the fact that, I was saving up, or I was actually working towards the bread machine. Now we have bread for life. You will appreciate. But if I tell you that, we're gonna buy a bread machine, 1, 2, 3, you might tell me other thing, no, it might not work. Well, I know someone that once bought it didn't work, or oh no, it's costing money, let's rather eat, it's gonna take time, I'm starving now. You're gonna also demotivate. That's why it's very important for me to know what's needed, and important of me to strictly focus more on exactly that and go forward with that, no matter what, you understand? So you as a person, you only know who you are, you only know who you have to become, you only know what your dream life is like, and you need to, just like horses are valuable and stuff, I like them, but they put those things here by them just so they don't look what's going on this side. They don't see this side, they don't see this side, they only see that side. That's how you see a win. And automatically, if you see someone in front of you as a horse, if you see someone, that means that person is currently winning, but they're in front. You don't see people that are on the side, you don't see people that are behind, you only see the people that are in front, meaning that you're gonna try to hurry up, you're gonna try to catch up, and that's just how it is. We have to catch up, you have to move forward. But like I did say, only you know. Someone can say, go buy 5 cars, you have 3 million in your account, go buy 5 cars today. And you can do that, you'll get bells, they'll salute you, they'll tell you all the things, you'll get the baddest chicks, all those things are going to happen. But there's someone that knows where they have to be, and that's going to take that 3 million, the same resources that you currently have, and instead of investing it into, let's say for instance, buying a car to please other, if you are buying a car because that's what you wanted, that's perfectly fine. If you're buying cars because you wanted 3 million to buy cars, you are 100% achieving your goals. I respect that. But if you are buying it because of people are saying that you should, to prove that you have, and all those things, now you're pleasing people, you're a people pleaser. Automatically, that other person that knows where they have to be, 3 years down the line, you're going to be shocked. Why is this person on Forbes? Why is this person, doing this? Why is this person, doing this, or having so many companies? How did, no, they done something, they have a snake. Or, no, they went to Nigeria for this doctor, or they went to African country, or they done it. But truly speaking, it's just the same 3 million that we had. I had it, you had it, you went and bought a few cars, you ate all the girls, you got all the success, people are respecting you. I took the 3 million, I bought shares, I bought stocks, I invested in property, I also bought some courses, I invested in my knowledge, my education. 3 years down the line, I'm now, I've 10 times as a person, because everything compounded. I've 100 times. You, in fact, are still in that position, or maybe some cars are, they need maintenance, this one tires, this one what you are fixing, you're doing that, you're now basically spending money every month to maintain that. Me, basically being paid to think, that's the position to be in. But guys, I feel like, this video is going to be a bit more longer. I just wanted to speak to that one person. This is not meant to get a lot of views. It's not meant for a lot of people. It's that one person that's actually going to take this down, and a few years down, 3 years down the line is going to come back and say, I listened to this video, I wrote this down, and this is the life that I'm currently living. And I hope that you eventually gets to be in that position. The only thing that you can do, I don't need money, I don't need you to do a lot. The only thing that you can do is to just like this video and as well subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's all. That is all. And automatically I'll be able to see that you really do appreciate the value that I give out. You're showing gratitude. But for now, guys, I'm excited that you did stay with me up until this end. Comment below, tell me what it is that you think, and I will see you on the next YouTube video.